So this time of year, it's kind of early spring. Coyotes have been getting called for a lot of the winter time. So me personally, I like to start each stand this time of year with a prey distress sound. I kind of start off quietly, and then that might be a rabbit distress or a fawn distress or something prairie dog distress. I'll start with a prey sound if there's coyotes anywhere close. It kind of promote them to come. I'll play maybe a couple minutes of that. And then give a little bit of silence. If a coyote hasn't shown up, then I'll maybe play another prey distress sound for a couple minutes, and then I'll move into some coyote vocalizations. Maybe a lone howl somewhere around the 5 or 6 minute mark, maybe 2 or 3 sequences of that. And then if a coyote hasn't shown up still, I'll go into some fight sounds and maybe some food sounds where coyotes are fighting over food. So I like to start off with the sounds being a little bit lower. You never know how close a coyote is going to be laid up when you walk into a stand. So I'll start with the sounds kind of quiet in the beginning, and then I'll work up to a louder volume if they haven't shown up within the first couple of minutes. The big thing about this part of the country where I'm at is, it's big, wide open expanses. So you might have a coyote come from 50 yards just over the hill laid up under a soapweed, or a mile away, a mile and a half away. If they can really hear that sound carry, they'll come to check it out. And so a lot of times it's important to start low so you don't blow them out, but then as it goes, you can crank up the volume and really reach out there and try to get those coyotes that are far away. So for me, again, wind is super important. When I'm getting into a setup, I like to set my call somewhere 30 to 60 yards upwind. That way I'm kind of directing those coyotes to work the wind into a shooting lane right in front of me. And that way it also takes the attention off of you sitting out there in the pasture. It would be like somebody walking in your living room and you walk in and you see them sitting there. So these coyotes know every inch of the country that they run. So if you can distract them by putting the collar upwind a ways, then they're not going to be paying attention to you as they're walking into the call. Another really important thing, with these electronic calls is the sound libraries being vast. Say you get a coyote that just hangs up out there 400 or 500 yards and your shooting capability is 200 to 300 yards. You have the ability with these electronics to kind of roll through sounds, and I wouldn't be afraid to play every sound on that collar if I can get a coyote to break loose. Sometimes they will and sometimes they don't, but it's real important to be able to have all those sounds at your disposal. That way you can close the deal more often. Beautiful part about these Fox Pro game calls is we have an excellent sound library, so you can get on there and download some sounds that are going to fit for every time of the year. I also carry a hand call in case you have a battery failure in the field, or if you just want a hand call, it's fun to also do that as well. So I like the electronics. It gives you a lot of versatility and reliability from these Fox Pro calls. They're fantastic. For more tips and tactics on hunting, ranching, farming, or to see all of our great properties, follow along on HaydenOutdoors.com.